Hello! Have you ever just woken up and found that weird, crazy cult people have just taken over your entire radish farm and any hopes you had of getting a harvest or shot? Has it ever happened to you? If so, you may have a lot in common with our protagonist in this book, because that's literally how he wakes up in Coda, issue number 3. There's a lot of flashbacky stuff in here about what's going on, but he's got to deal with the fact that a guy he knows from back in the day, back when he was not such a cynical person, although this guy probably was because he was the king's animal tamer, um, you know, he rolled in and he's got to deal with it. Like this guy, our hero, our protagonist, he's got to deal with this crap. And he is not happy because this guy's out here just spewing all kinds of stuff, abusing all kinds of magic. And our hero, well, I mean, you can see what he's scribbling down over and over again. Instead of dealing with his feelings like an adult, he's killing that poor notebook with swear words, one after another. Now, one thing I really liked, this guy's like popping out like, "Hey, the king died, but he died here at this lake. He went inside this giant worm or whatever." And we see how it actually happens from our protagonist's recollection. But in the aftermath of it, he meets his wife right there. And if I have never seen like love at first sight that was stronger than this. Two options, human. One, I cauterize that wound. You'll still die, I think, but slower and harder. Or two, I stomp your brain so fast you won't even notice. It's your choice. Talk about love. Talk about romance right there. You know, if she won't even pull a knife on you, is it even romance? So, this whole issue, and we're just going to kind of stop here and talk about it. This whole issue is how people will willingly feed themselves stories to guide their life, um, which is true. How many times have you chosen to tell yourself something so that you got something to believe in, something about yourself, something about what you're doing, you know, where you go, "Hey, I'm the good guy in this situation," and you've been kind of like acting like a jerk or whatever. I've done it. I'm sure you have. Pretty much everybody has at some point. Like we've all done something like that where we thought we were in the right, we were actually in the wrong. We lied to ourselves, and this is kind of an issue all about that, except to the next level. That's how this dude came into power. He's used to manipulating, like taming wild animals, breaking wild animals, and so he's taken that and he's applying it to groups of people, to whole groups of people, lots of people. And our hero wants to stop that. His wife's like, "Why?" Which is kind of the opposite of how they normally operate. But then she's like, some dude is about to assassinate this guy. I found one of those crazy goblins with a gun up on the hill. And maybe we should stop that. And so they tag team it. They're like, "All right, you go stop the dude. I'll go stop the crazy goblin. And we'll see what happens." And we're just going to flip over here because I really, really like all the stuff on these pages. So this is where they're kind of kicking their plan off. You can see the crazy armed goblin over here. You can see our hero like attacking the caravan to try to stop the miracle, which is actually going to be her casting a spell. Doesn't it look great? By the end of this, our poor hero, our poor hero, he realizes it. His wife just drew him into the dirty word, the Q word, a quest. The one thing he doesn't want to have anything to do with, but it's too late. She's spoken. That's what you get for trying to do good, right? It's what you get for trying to do good. Now, I'm not going to tell you like how all this stuff goes down. Just suffice to say that what it looks like it might be happening, where this guy's got to fight his way up there, and his wife's got to stop the goblin assassin. Like, trust me, that's just the tip of how crazy stuff is going to get here, because it goes completely off the rails. I had a ton of fun, man. This was a blast. And starting out page 3 is where the how he meets his wife shows up. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh man, what a great relationship." Anyway, You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one. I like Coda issue 3. It was a good time. Bye bye.